It's the number one question. It's not a question, it's the number one accusation from people that have never homeschooled. Again, it goes back to what I was saying in answering your previous question. Yes, you get accused all the time of, but this is not right for your kids. How are they ever going to socialize? There's no way they're going to be able to. They're never going to get a job. They're never going to be able to speak to anyone. And like, can you hear the words coming out of your mouth? Like, really? Like, you honestly think that? What do you think? We're shutting them in a basement and throwing down a pie every other day? Like, no. Like, we're not. They still get to see other kids. In their hobbies, there's a swimming club, there's a tennis club, there's a football club, whatever it is that your kid enjoys doing, they're going to want to go and do that, gymnastics, whatever, and then they're going to meet friends who are truly interested in what they're interested in as well, and they're going to make friends much quicker because that's what they're interested in. If you're sat next to, I went into the argument in my book about, what is the word? What does it mean to socialize? And many people think by going to school, that's being social because you're around people. Being around people is just social. Whereas if you actually look at it, I don't see school as being a social. I see it as an antisocial on many, many fronts. First of all, you go in and you're forced into this subset of people that your age. That right, okay, you're all the same age, you all stick together, and you can't talk to the guys above you, and don't talk to the guys below you because they're in a different status. And then you're going to go into this classroom of like 30, 40 people. You look around and like, right, okay, fine. So who can I be friends with here? And we've all been through this. You might connect with one or two. The other 28, they're just your classmates. You don't particularly get on with them, but you endure them for the next 4 or 5 years. And then when it comes to a recreation, you go into your little corner of the playground and you find those people, your little subset niche, your clique, whatever it is, and you stick together and they stick together and you spend the whole hour you get for your lunch eating together in a tiny, ignoring everybody else because you don't want to speak to them. There's nothing social about that at all. Whereas, if you're homeschooling or unschooling or worldschooling, and you have that choice of who you go and connect with, you have a far greater choice of actually socializing with those people that are going to inspire you, are going to motivate you, are going to push you to become a better person. And what's the quote? You're the average of the 5 people you hang around with the most. So if you're forced into this group of 30 people and there's not 5 people in there that you can connect with, then what's going to happen? You're going to become the average of that group. And we hear about it all the time. Kids, they get into the wrong crowd. How prevalent is that? So in homeschooling, you're never going to fall into the wrong crowd because if you meet someone you don't particularly like them, you don't see them again. And you start figuring out who else is in the community doing something that we're doing. Let's go and hang out with them and push ourselves to be like them. And another great quote I think is, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Mm-hmm. Perfect. If you're the smartest kid in that class, there's no one there to push you, and there's no one there to connect with, and you end up becoming lonely. Mm-hmm.